Hi there, welcome to Bitesize Piano. In this video I'm going to advise you, if you are a beginner pianist or you're looking to buy a piano, on the ideal specifications that you should look for when purchasing a piano, whether it be brand new or second hand. This video is kindly sponsored by Starfavor and I'll be demonstrating everything on this piano today. This is their SP20. They have given me a discount code, so I'll leave all that information in the description for you. So this has everything I would recommend for a beginner. So let's go through the specifications and what I advise on the ones that I think are the most essential and some bonus features that would be useful and fun to look out for as well. So the first thing is probably the most important one, which is having heavy weighted or fully weighted keys. So this means that it feels a lot more like playing a real, like acoustic piano. The keys are heavier to press, so they're weighted, and it will help early on your technical ability and help strengthen your fingers as well. So heavy weighted keys is probably the number one most crucial specification. The second one is having touch sensitive keys. So keys that are heavy weighted are usually touch sensitive as well. So this means that we can play soft and loud, we can play expressively. If you play it soft, you create a soft sound, and if you play it harder, you create a louder sound. In some digital pianos, electric pianos, the lower keys are sometimes heavier to press and the higher keys are sometimes a bit easier to press, or a bit less weighted. This is to encourage to balance out the sound. We hear lower notes louder than we hear higher notes. So it's to help with that balancing act, so the higher notes, the higher frequencies and higher range isn't drowned out all the time by the lower range. So the next ideal specification is to have the full length, which is 88 keys. So if you're a beginner, you're not going to need generally that many keys, but as you start to progress through intermediate and to advance, you will need the much lower and the much higher range. But it is good to have that option there as well. So the final ideal specification is to have at least a sustain pedal. The technical name is a damper pedal, but it's the one that's the most commonly used, which sustains the notes. It holds them down for longer. This one in particular comes with it with 3 pedals. So the damper pedal, which is a sustain pedal, a sustain pedal which sustains something specific whilst you play something else over the top of it, and then the soft pedal or the una corda pedal, which makes things sound a little bit softer, a bit quieter, a bit more muted. So this is, again, particularly the sustain pedal is a really essential thing to have. Again, not if you're a complete beginner. It's a nice thing to experiment with, and it's not that long often before beginners start to use the pedal. Now we're going to talk about bonus features. Again, many pianos these days do actually have. So the first one is having a MIDI interface. This stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. And what that means is, so this piano has it inbuilt into it. It comes with a cable that you plug into a USB, into your computer, into your laptop, and that means you can play music into a MIDI reading software, such as I use Logic Pro, Logic X, there's Pro Tools, Ableton, Cubase, there's a whole manner of them now. As I said, I use Logic. I've always used Logic as my sequencer, so when I'm composing or creating sheet music, I create my sheet music on Logic as well. I play it in on my piano and I create the sheet music and compositions on there. This one also has an inbuilt metronome, which is a very useful thing to have if you don't want to buy a separate one, but if you don't have the space, and then having an inbuilt metronome, a digital one is a really useful extra feature to have as well that you can make use of. The other thing is having a few different sounds. A couple of good piano sounds, like a grand piano sound, a warmer piano, a brighter piano, but then things like harpsichord, a couple of different organ sounds, maybe a celeste sound. These are all interesting features that I love about having digital piano over an acoustic piano. It can often keep people's, particularly kids, interest up, and it means that you can play, if a piece of music, for example, a Baroque piece of music was written for an organ or a harpsichord, you can just play around with different sounds and play that piece of music and it would sound more like it would sound at the time it was written. I personally, as a composer and as someone who produces music, I find the different sounds quite exciting and something I really enjoyed when I learned on an electric piano growing up initially as well. I used to go through all the different sounds and practice the pieces that I was playing, and it kept my interest up and ultimately it sparks my interest in music production and composition. Another feature which is useful to have is having the ability to plug headphones in so you can practice any time of day and not disturb anyone, whether it's neighbours or other people in your house. I used to have them in to really hear the sound and to really get in the zone, and it's a bit of an escapism. My ears were just fully, all I could hear was the piano or whatever sound I was playing, so I'm fully immersed in the playing experience, so I can't hear anything else. So I quite like that as like a sensory experience. So those are the essential and bonus features of a digital piano. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions about anything we've discussed in this video, ask them in the comments and I will do my best to answer, or if anyone else can answer you as well. Otherwise, I hope you're all well and I will see you in the next video. So that's the end of this video. If you would like to leave a request, leave them in the comments section below of this video. I've also left some videos here that I think you might like, so go and check those out as well. I also have a course. Visit Bitesize Piano Course.co.uk and you can enroll and start learning how to read music. I'll see you in the next video.